Alright, so another insert review, this time from a seller. It goes by the name, on Etsy, that goes by the name of BoardGameManiac. So this one actually has, excuse me, this actually insert 3D printed, which sometimes I do miss the wood ones, but you know, these are kind of growing on me at this point, especially as I'm pressed for time. But anyways, the this insert here is actually pretty interesting because it'll house even those hard to find sort of promo material. It seems like this game's cursed in terms of getting this, you know, making the promo stuff available. And you know, with is it Cool Mini or not now kind of being in trouble, you know, financially, I don't know how well that's going to go. Maybe we'll get another edition to this game. But yeah, so anyways, we have, that's just me on my soapbox, but yeah, the interesting thing with the seller did give a couple options in terms of how these are printed out. You could get these in the sort of standard fill, in a few different colors, or you could get it sort of this hex shaped, which is I think a little bit less sturdy, but it was a bit cheaper. But anyways, for the most part, you know, you have the 6 individual player pieces, which let me zoom that in a little bit. You can kind of just hand that to somebody, and then you have the other tokens here. You know, that's pretty easily accessible. Let me kick that into view. And then you have some room for these little, I don't know, mini boards or whatever it is. You got ample space for that there as well. And then as far as this section here, you have enough room for these cards. Yeah, I'm gonna just be very non-descriptive about that. There's player aids and stuff that way. I forget what's on this side. Is this okay? Yeah, so these are the randomizers that kind of fit everywhere. But let me put that back. And then as far as these 2 card pieces, it's actually pretty interesting because they do come out, and then, you know, obviously each one of them has enough space. The thing that I have to mention though is 2 of these are a little bit noticeably wider, and that's for some of the promo races. I think one of them is the essentially 2 raccoons in a trench coat. But yeah, there's that. So all in all, pretty good insert. Just happy about the quality of it. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. And I do store it. Not horizontally, so the pieces don't necessarily spill everywhere. So yeah, you'll hear some of the stuff shuffling, but I guarantee all that stuff will stay there. And the last thing that I kind of want to note is there is no lid lift here, which is pretty cool. I'm going to open it up again just to kind of prove my point about movement. And they'll call me a liar. And part of the reason for that too is that, you know, obviously the player board, but you know, for the most part, everything's kind of staying there. It's going to be some shifting, but yeah, it's pretty darn good insert. And this one was from, like I said, Etsy, BoardGameManiac. Yeah. If this kind of floats your boat, support the seller. I got nothing out of it. Like I said, I just like helping these small businesses out, and then, you know, I like these little inserts. It's a little, I guess, hobby within a hobby. But yeah, anyways, yeah, take care. Be safe.